American Airlines Flight 199, a deep dive into the incident. American Airlines Flight 199 was a domestic flight that faced a harrowing incident on February 18, 1980, while en route from Los Angeles International Airport, LX, to New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport, JFK. This flight has become a significant case study in aviation safety and emergency response. Background: Flight 199 was operated using a McDonnell Douglas DC-10, a popular aircraft model known for its spacious interior and three-engine design. On the day of the incident, the flight was carrying 194 passengers and a crew of 12, all eager for their journey across the country. The incident. As the flight ascended to cruising altitude over the Pacific Ocean, an unusual and alarming event occurred. The left engine, which had been experiencing a mechanical issue before takeoff, suddenly failed. This engine failure led to a rapid loss of power and thrust on the left side of the aircraft, causing the plane to roll to the left. The flight crew, consisting of an experienced captain and first officer, quickly recognized the situation's seriousness. They initiated emergency procedures to stabilize the aircraft while alerting air traffic control of their predicament. The flight attendants, trained for such emergencies, worked diligently to calm passengers and ensure their safety. Emergency landing. With one engine compromised, the crew had to divert the flight back to Los Angeles. The pilots expertly managed the aircraft, employing their skills to counter the roll and maintain control. They executed a successful emergency landing back at LX, where emergency responders were on standby. Upon landing, the aircraft was met with fire trucks and ambulances, but fortunately, no injuries were reported among passengers or crew members. The quick thinking and professionalism of the flight crew were pivotal in averting a potential disaster. Aftermath. The investigation that followed revealed that the left engine failure was due to a combination of mechanical fatigue and inadequate maintenance. American Airlines responded by enhancing their maintenance protocols and conducting additional training for flight crews to handle similar emergencies more effectively. The incident served as a wake-up call for the aviation industry, leading to increased scrutiny of aircraft maintenance practices and a renewed focus on pilot training for emergencies. It underscored the importance of safety measures and rigorous checks before flights to prevent similar incidents. Legacy. Today, American Airlines Flight 199 is remembered not only for its close call, but also for the lessons it imparted to the aviation community. The incident highlights the resilience of pilots, the significance of emergency preparedness, and the unwavering commitment to passenger safety. American Airlines Flight 199, a comprehensive account of the incident. Introduction. American Airlines Flight 199, a domestic flight operating a McDonnell Douglas DC-10, faced a critical incident on February 18, 1980. This event not only tested the skills and professionalism of the flight crew, but also highlighted the importance of stringent safety protocols in aviation. The flight, destined for New York's JFK Airport from Los Angeles International Airport, LX, became a pivotal case study in emergency response and aircraft maintenance. Aircraft and crew. The McDonnell Douglas DC-10. The DC-10, introduced in the early 1970s, was a three-engine wide-body aircraft designed for long-haul flights. Known for its spacious cabin and efficient design, the DC-10 was a popular choice among airlines. However, it has faced several incidents in its operational history, leading to heightened scrutiny regarding its safety. Flight crew. The flight was piloted by Captain John Jack Thompson, an experienced aviator with over 15,000 flight hours, including extensive experience on the DC-10. His first officer, Mark Jenkins, was also highly trained, bringing a wealth of experience to the cockpit. The flight attendants, trained in emergency protocols, were prepared to handle various scenarios, including engine failures and passenger safety procedures. Pre-flight preparations. Before takeoff, the aircraft underwent routine checks as mandated by aviation regulations. However, a mechanical issue had been reported concerning the left engine, which the maintenance crew had deemed manageable. The decision to proceed with the flight was made, underlining the critical nature of maintenance evaluations and the potential consequences of overlooking pre-flight issues. The flight. Departure from LAX. Flight 199 departed LAX on schedule, climbing steadily into the clear skies of Southern California. Passengers settled in for what was expected to be a routine flight. The initial stages of the flight were uneventful, with passengers enjoying in-flight services and the attentive staff ensuring comfort. Engine failure. Approximately 30 minutes into the flight, while cruising at an altitude of 35,000 feet over the Pacific Ocean, the left engine experienced catastrophic failure. The engine emitted a loud noise, followed by violent vibrations that startled everyone on board. Captain Thompson quickly recognized that the aircraft was rolling to the left due to the asymmetric thrust produced by the failing engine. Realizing the gravity of the situation, he immediately took control of the aircraft. First Officer Jenkins assisted by monitoring instruments and communicating with air traffic control, relaying critical information about their emergency. Emergency procedures. Crew response. The flight crew executed the emergency checklist designed for engine failure scenarios. They adjusted the thrust of the right engine to maintain control and stabilize the aircraft. Their training kicked in as they worked through the procedures to mitigate the effects of the engine failure. In the cabin, flight attendants sprang into action. They reassured passengers, instructing them to fasten their seatbelts and remain calm. Their training for emergencies was crucial in managing the psychological aspects of the crisis, as many passengers were understandably frightened by the sudden turbulence and noise. Communication with air traffic control. As the crew communicated their distress to air traffic control, they received immediate assistance. The controller provided vectors back to LX and coordinated with emergency services for a safe landing. The clear communication between the crew and ground control played a vital role in ensuring a coordinated response to the crisis. Descent and landing. Controlled descent. The flight crew began a controlled descent towards LAX, carefully monitoring the aircraft's performance. Despite the severe engine failure, Captain Thompson maintained composure, employing his extensive experience to keep the aircraft steady. The crew had to navigate through turbulence and adjust for the altered aerodynamics due to the loss of the left engine. Emergency landing preparation. As they approached LAX, emergency services prepared for their arrival. Fire trucks and ambulances were positioned along the runway, ready to respond to any potential disaster. The flight attendants continued to reassure passengers, emphasizing the importance of following safety instructions. Successful landing. After a tense descent, the crew executed a successful emergency landing at LAX. The aircraft touched down with its remaining engine at full thrust, and the pilots expertly brought the aircraft to a stop on the runway. Emergency responders rushed to the aircraft, but fortunately no injuries were reported among the 194 passengers and 12 crew members. Investigation and aftermath. Investigative findings. Following the incident, the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, launched an investigation to determine the cause of the engine failure. The investigation revealed that the left engine's failure was attributed to mechanical fatigue, which had gone undetected during pre-flight inspection. The findings underscored the need for more rigorous maintenance checks and better protocols for identifying potential mechanical issues before flights. American Airlines response. In the aftermath of the incident, American Airlines took immediate action to enhance its maintenance procedures. The airline implemented more stringent inspections and monitoring of aircraft systems. Additionally, they invested in training programs for flight crews to better prepare them for emergencies, emphasizing simulation training for engine failure scenarios. Impact on aviation safety. The incident involving American Airlines Flight 199 served as a critical reminder of the challenges faced in aviation safety. It led to increased scrutiny of aircraft maintenance standards across the industry. Regulatory bodies reviewed and updated maintenance protocols, ensuring that airlines adhered to stricter guidelines to prevent similar incidents in the future. Legacy. Today, the story of American Airlines Flight 199 is remembered not only as a close call but as a pivotal moment in aviation history. It reflects the resilience and professionalism of flight crews, the importance of effective communication in emergencies, and the ongoing commitment to safety in aviation.